Haribol to all my brothers and my sisters, and welcome back to Astral Motivation. Today, we're going to be talking about the powerful planetary transit of Venus retrograde, guys. And this is going to bring lots of changes and transformation to our love life and to our financial life. And so, I want to get you prepared for those. And therefore, I bring this horoscope and this planetary analysis so that you're able to harness these astro energies in your favor. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Astral Motivation. My name is Vinodini Dasi. I am a Vedic astrologer and practitioner of the Vedic arts. So if you are into Vedic astrology or ancient knowledge or self-development, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss any of the nectar. Alrighty, my beautiful brothers and sisters, let's see what this upcoming powerful transit of Venus retrograde has in store for all of us.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri.
And I just want to take this moment to say thank you to all my incredible exclusive members. If it wasn't for my exclusive members, I wouldn't be able to give you guys all this free content. So thank you so much to all my exclusive members. I truly, truly appreciate you so much. And right now, my exclusive members are getting a special treat by getting a Vedic astrological course. So if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, you can turn yourself into an exclusive member. In the description here below, you'll find the link for that. So we will see you there. Alrighty, my beautiful brothers and sisters, let's talk about Venus retrograde. This is a very important transit of all 2025, and get ready because it is going to bring transformations to our love life and to our financial life. Why? Because Venus rules money and finances. Venus rules everything that we value in life. So what do we value in life? Luxury, aesthetic, love, money, relationships, desires. These are all the things that Venus rules. So when she goes retrograde, this is a time to reevaluate all these things and also to almost give it a restart. If this part of our life has become stagnant, if it has reached a ceiling top, this is now a time where it can give us that reboot, that restart, that reevaluation, so that we're able to start moving forward in a better direction when it comes to love and when it comes to our finances. So guys, let's get to it. I brought some horoscopes here for you guys so that you guys are able to understand more of how these things are going to be affecting us. Please check your ascendant and your moon sign in order to get a full forecast. The ascendant will show you what you're physically going to experience, and the moon sign is going to show you how you're naturally going to feel internally and emotionally during this time. So check both. Also, I suggest for you guys to get my Lakshmi candle if you're going through a lot of financial crises, or get my love candle, my Sri Radha Krishna love candle, if you're going through a lot of love tests. These Reiki infused and blessed candles can definitely help you during these times. Check them out in my shop. So let's get to it. First, we're going to get started, of course, with our beautiful Aries. So here we go. Alrighty, Aries, let's talk about how this Venus retrograde is going to be bringing massive transformations to your life. And for you, my beautiful Aries, it is happening in the sector of the 12th house. So this is a very important planet for you, my beautiful Aries, because Venus rules both your 7th and your 2nd house, your money and your relationships. Therefore, this is a time where you're going to go through massive healing of your love life and your relationships. You're going to be measuring the pros and cons of how much are you losing in this relationship, how much are you losing in this job, or how much are you gaining in this relationship, or how much are you gaining in this job. And you're going to go through a reevaluation of all these things, my beautiful Aries, because this is a time where you may be going through letting something go. There could be a relationship that finally comes to an end, that's been a relationship that's very toxic, that is not going anywhere, that you've outgrown and you are stuck in, and it's karmic, depleting your money. So this could be the month where you finally decide to finish that and end it. For others of you, This could be the month where you finally heal your relationship, if both of you are willing to heal it. So it will require a lot of healing, letting go of the past, forgiving what had happened, and releasing the past from what you no longer need in your life. So for you, my beautiful Aries, my best advice is spiritual practices, volunteering, and doing any sort of volunteering work at this time could be a remedy for this. But definitely, it is a time for you to give back, and it is also a time for you to go deep into your spirituality to understand what has come to an end and what is ready to come into the future with you. There could be lovers from the past coming back as well for you. And please watch out for any losses. Do not do any crazy investments or risky things with your money at this time, because you may be prone to losses. So the main message here when it comes to money that Venus retrograde wants to give you, my beautiful Aries, when it comes to money is: we are each other responsible for the thoughts we think. I like this because it brings two people together. So it's about the accountability of what you have brought into the relationship and what they have brought, and also with money. So it says here, when you are in enlightenment with who you really are, you cannot help but uplift those with whom you come in contact with. Your value to those around you hinges upon you only one thing: your personal enlightenment with source. And the only thing you have to give to another is an example of that enlightenment, which others may observe. They desire and then they work to achieve. But you cannot give it to them. Everyone has to be responsible for their thoughts that they think and what they bring to the table. So you take accountability for your things and let others be accountable for what they need to do. Okay? So that is the main message here. Now let's go a little bit deeper into your love life. What is the love advice for my beautiful Aries for this upcoming Venus retrograde? And your love advice is: children are affecting your love life. So there could be immaturities that are affecting your love life if you have no children. If you have children, this is a big factor in your love life. And another thing that's affecting your love life is codependency. You've been seeing some red flags, and these red flags you cannot ignore. And this is going to be the month where these red flags, you no longer can ignore them. And these codependency issues, any addictions that are affecting your love life, need to come to healing now. So this is what is coming to healing very strongly. Do it for your children. If you have no children, then it's the time to mature if you are still in this codependency. So that is the love messages for you. And what does Aries need to hear when it comes to Venus retrograde? The message of love for Venus retrograde. And it's for you: I miss you. So your partner or you may be missing someone at this time. It says here, you inspire me to become a better version of myself. This deals with the same thing of you being the example. Don't get down to their level. Keep it high. And as you show this enlightenment, people will also be very, very, very enlightened by you. And it says here, I am sorry for all the pain that I have caused you. So there's an ability here for you to be able to heal something. And now when you forgive, doesn't mean that you have to let this person back in, but at least you release all the poison that might be stuck within you. Okay. Your last message here when it comes to money advice for Aries for this Venus retrograde for Aries. And we have dreams of abundance. Yes, your dream life is going to be super active. You're going to be getting a lot of messages from your dreams. You're going to be getting a lot of messages from daydreaming when it comes to money and when it comes also to your love life. You are going to need a quiet place, isolation. You need to take this moment right now for a quiet retreat, and that is what's going to help you to understand what it is that you need for love and what it is that you need for money. So take some time for isolation and for your spirituality. Alrighty, my beautiful Aries, those were your messages. I really hope that they help you. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to get more messages and understand deeper what is going on with your love life and your financial life and anything that you may question, definitely take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time. You can find the promo code in the description here below. Book one with me today, and you will be able to not only get a reading of your chart and the transits, but also get to ask me as many questions as you like until you have found the clarity that you need. Alrighty, my beautiful Aries, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so, so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Tauruses. Welcome, Taurus, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And oh my God, do I need to prepare you, because Venus is your planet, my beautiful Taurus. So this is going to be an important transit for you. And here, Venus not only does it rule your first house, but it also rules the energy of your sixth house of your daily life. So right now, the sixth lord and the first lord are both going into the 11th house. And this is a time where you're going to be really, for some of you guys, you're about to birth your dreams. You're about to birth your dreams. Others of you are about to change your routine and change certain approaches of how you approach your daily life and yourself in order for you to get your dreams coming true. There could also be a friend that is a friend that actually wants to be more than a friend. This could be coming up at this time. This is also a time for you to really reevaluate who are your friends, who are you hanging out with, are they a benefit for you, are they not a benefit for you? And some of these friends may fall through. So don't worry, this is not a bad thing. This is just a time where you are ready for a higher level of association in your life. And you're reevaluating this. It's like, am I surrounded by the people that are going to help me reach my dreams and aspirations? If you are, be very cautious at this time. Listen to them more. Don't try to be so stubborn. Be cautious of how you speak in social media. Be cautious how you speak in communities and in networks of people and gatherings. This is a time where you don't want to burn any bridges, but there might be some bridges that are ready to be burned that are no longer helping you. So there's going to be a cleanse here of your associations. But all of this at the end is going to help you reach your dreams and aspirations. So you are going to be going through a makeover of the self and also a makeover of how you approach your daily life and how you go about your routines in order for you to really reach these dreams and aspirations. Very powerful time, my beautiful Taurus. I would just say be cautious. Listen to your friends more. Listen, don't try to get into fights with friends or social media people, and dream big, baby. Dream big. What is the message for Taurus for this Venus retrograde? What is the message for Taurus for this Venus retrograde? And your message, Taurus, is it is not my role to make others happy. I love this for you, Taurus. I love this for you so much. It is not your role to make others happy. And this is what Venus is trying to show you. Everybody has to be responsible for their own happiness. You cannot get poor enough to help poor people thrive or get sick enough to help sick people get well. You can only uplift from your position of strength and clarity and enlightenment. This is how you're going to go. So this is what Venus really wants to teach you at this time. Now let's go a little bit deeper into your love messages. What is love, love-wise Venus retrograde teaching Taurus during this Venus retrograde? For Taurus, attraction. You attract what you want when you just focus on yourself. When you are working on strengthening and bringing clarity and alignment to yourself, living in the present moment, not having your energy on others, not having your energy in the future and the present or in the past. Here, presently, living, smelling the roses, and living in the moment of what you love doing is what makes you extremely attractive, Taurus. You're going to gain your attractiveness back at this time. And that is going to attract, for those of you who are single, a very powerful, committed relationship. Those of you who are already in a marriage, this is going to heal your marriage and it's going to make it so much better. And it's worth waiting for. Be patient with this process. Be patient with how you're learning. Those of you who are single, it's worth waiting for. Something is coming to you. Don't get impatient. Love is coming. If this is a dream of yours, love is coming. And those of you who are already in a relationship, don't give up yet. It is not your role to make somebody else happy. Make yourself happy. That's all you need to do in the relationship. They'll grow. Be patient with them. Is worth waiting for. Now, what does Taurus need to hear for this Venus retrograde? What does Taurus need to hear for this Venus retrograde? I am trying to fix you. Taurus, don't. No more fixing. Either if you're doing this or somebody's doing to you, this is not love. This is not love. I know sometimes it feels like, oh, it's love. No, it's not. No, not if you're trying to fix somebody. You also have, I feel that you abuse me. You see, when you try to fix somebody or force your will or tell them, the person feels abused. Okay, so if you feel like if I fix this person, they'll stop abusing me, then maybe this is the end. We don't need to be in the situation of abusement because you're confused. There's confusion here. There's confusion here. Your partner or you're confused. There's confusion here. Why? Because all your energy is on the other and your energy is not with you. You need to be with you, with what it is that you want, you need, what you are all about, and then you won't be so confusing to everything and to everybody. Okay? Now let's see when it comes to money. The advice for money for Taurus for this upcoming Venus retrograde, for Taurus for this Venus retrograde. And we have let go of guilt, Taurus. Oh, but I feel guilty if I'm not trying to fix them. I feel guilty if I say no to them. I feel guilty if they need my help and I'm like, no. This is blocking your money. It is not your role to make others happy. If somebody's not happy, that's not your fault. It's not your fault. Let go of the guilt. Even if they blame it on you, it's not yours. Don't take in what's not yours. Organize your space. Use the spring cleaning. Organize your space. Declutter your space. That's going to make for more abundance to come into your life. And have the courage to ask for and accept help from others. Right now, your 11th house of networks and collaborations is on fire. So you don't have to do it all alone. But when you're working with them, you don't have to try to fix them either. So you're learning how to do this maneuver in these two. Alrighty, my beautiful Taurus, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Remember, these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you book a reading with me. 45% off on my consultations right now with the promo code in the description here below. Send me a 5-minute session. Go deep into your natal chart, your transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you like until you get your clarity. So book one today in the description here below. Alrighty, my beautiful Taurus, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That would mean the world to me. And now we're going to do our Geminis. Welcome, Gemini, to your Venus retrograde horoscope. And this is going to be a very important one. Gemini, you are measuring the pros and cons of a job, of a career. You're measuring the pros and cons if this job is worth it, if this position is worth it. Maybe some of you guys are ready for a new position, for a raise, for a better job, for branching out on your own, for you maybe starting your own business. But this is the time where Venus is going to help you to measure these pros and cons. What's worth it? Is it really worth it? Okay. I would suggest for you to not make any power moves in your career until April, and use March more for observation and really getting the facts to see if, okay, the pro and the con. Just observe. Observe it like an experiment this month. See how you feel. But this is going to be a time where you're going to reevaluate highly your career and your position, and you could really be thinking about making some moves here where maybe you want to get a better job, get a better position, ask for a raise, or maybe start your own business, start your own thing. So it's going to be different for everybody, my beautiful Gemini, but this is going to be important. At the same time, some of the things, I do see you leaving something. I do see you kind of ending something with the 12th house lord going into the 10th house. Also, we have the 5th lord going into the 10th house. So you want to have a career where you really get acknowledged for the creative outlets that you can use, that it uses all your creativity in the best ways, and that it's for a good cause, and that it uses your intelligence, and that you're being recognized for these things and honored for these things and respected for these things. So your job needs these. And also with the 12th house lord going into the 10th, I see changes. There, either you are going to approach your job differently, or you're going to change your line of job, or you're going to start something new. But something here is saying that don't be afraid to allow changes to happen. Don't be afraid of this. You don't have to stay stuck. So let's see, what is the main message, the main lesson that Venus wants you to be really understand, Gemini? What does Venus retrograde want to tell Gemini? This Venus retrograde for Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. And your message is, I can see my world through the eyes of Source. I love this for you. I can see my world through the eyes of Source. By choosing better feeling thoughts and by speaking more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will gently tune yourself to the vibrational frequency of your broader perspective. To see the world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with and therefore in the process of attracting only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. So this is going to be your challenge, that you can see the world through the eyes of Source, through the eyes of God. Okay, that is going to be the challenge for this month. Now let's go a little bit deeper into this. Let's look into your career and your money life, my beautiful Gemini, for this upcoming Venus retrograde, for Gemini Venus retrograde. And we have, you guys are going to do good. Okay, Venus is still exalted in the 10th house. And I see you getting a raise. And even if you don't get your raise this month, I see you getting it in April. Some promotion, some raise, money's going up. Okay, congratulations. There's still some good money here coming for you. But you're going to ask for your needs to be met. And you got to be strategic about this. How you're going to ask, when to ask, and when is the right time to do it. But definitely you cannot stay quiet. You do need to ask for your needs to be met so that you can be satisfied in your career. And last but not least, clearing out the debts. So some of you guys are, you don't feel like you emotionally owe something to someone. You are clearing out the debts. You are clearing out, if you need to pay something back, if you need to pay your debts back, do it as best as your abilities right now. But also emotional debt, that you are not holding on to any emotional baggage at this time around your career, around your business or your bosses or your profession, that you clear out these debts and that you come back to zero, especially if you've been having a lot of resentments or things building up within you. So again, you got to see through the eyes of God, through the eyes of Source, the best, most beautiful possible outcome, because the more you speak of what you don't want, then that's what you're going to attract more. So speak of what you do want, what you do desire, what you want to feel, even if it's not happening yet, but at least you're making it clear for yourself. So that is for your career. Now let's see in love. Oh, one last thing, Gemini, be very cautious with extramarital affairs in the workplace. For some of you guys, that could be an issue, okay? And if that happens, it's definitely going to come out to the light. So some of you guys may be tempted to, with some, especially my male Geminis, with some women in their work sector, maybe tempting them. So be cautious with that. Now let's see with love. What do we have in love for Gemini for this Venus retrograde? For Gemini for this Venus retrograde, attraction. Okay, you're becoming more attractive, and you're attracting what it is that you want by being in the present and by seeing through the eyes of God. By seeing through the eyes of God, you're going to be able to see in the present the beauty. Look for the beauty in the present moment, even though everything may be ugly. That's the challenge. Look for the good things in people. Look for the goodness in the situation. Marriage, something important with marriage at this time. You will be attracting a better, if you're single, I see you attracting a marriage very soon, a very committed relationship that is going to boost your status in life. Others of you who are already married, this is going to be a Venus retrograde that is going to really help a lot with this. And I do see you gaining the balance between work and home life. And last but not least, let your friends help you. So find some friends, get with friends. You can meet somebody through friends or bring some more friendly energy in your relationship. Or maybe the both of you need to have more friends. And that's going to be very beneficial in your love life. Like, let's understand a little bit more about your love life. What is that Gemini needs to know about their love life? What is it not being said? Let me give you these. I don't want to see you with someone else. And I am ready to create a life with you. Wow, Gemini. So some of you guys are really, I miss you. Look at this. I miss you. So you guys are like, this is going to be the Venus retrograde that is really going to get you into a maturity where you're like, I am ready to create with this person. Let's go. Let's build our empire together. I know that before I was afraid, or I know that before I was a little hesitant, but now like this Venus retrograde is like, this is my person. We're building this mother freaking empire. So you're doing it. And it's because you also don't want to be with somebody else, and you don't want to see this person with somebody else. This is your person. Okay, for those of you who are in a relationship, those of you who are not yet in a relationship, I really feel like you're getting ready to really create a life with somebody, and they're coming to you very, very quick. So those are your messages, my beautiful Gemini. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember, these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time. You can book one in the description here below with the promo code 75-minute session, where we're going to go deep into your chart, your transits, and also where you get to ask me as many questions as you like until you get your clarity. So book one in the description here below today. Alrighty, Gemini, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to do Cancer. Welcome, Cancer, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And for you, my beautiful Cancer, this is going to be an important transit because Venus is going to be retrograding in your 9th house. Now, I want to warn you. You have a warning for this Venus retrograde. Your warning is you're going to be tempted to do something that is not righteous. And this may end up causing you defamation. Like you may end up getting defamed. Okay, so there might be temptations to do something that goes against your morals. So don't do it. Okay, that's one thing I want to warn you with this Venus retrograding here. So stay in the path of Dharma. Don't think that nobody's watching and that you can get away with it, and that like, no, God is watching and he knows exactly. So why is this happening? You're right now going through a reevaluation of your belief systems and your philosophies, measuring the pros and cons of your belief systems. Are your belief systems encouraging you, or are they debilitating you? Do you have enough faith in yourself? Do you have enough faith in the goodness of life? And could be a time where life tests this in you. Okay, we also have the energy of the 11th house going into your 9th house, saying like, hey, Cancer, you don't have to go down to the level of immorality in order to get your dreams come true, or the people you're hanging out with are actually making you more immoral. So your association, try to get some association that is saintly or that is good for you, and that is going to make you a better person. But your association, if you're hanging out with a bad crowd, then you become also bad. Even if you think you're not being influenced, you are being influenced. So this is reevaluating your belief systems. This is reevaluating your dreams and aspirations, and that you don't get tempted to feel like you have to take a bad route in order to get your dreams to come true. So that's one lesson that is going to be happening here. Another lesson that is going to be happening here for you, my beautiful Cancer, is that your 4th house is going into the 9th. So this also deals with your home life. If doing something immoral will definitely affect your family's honor, your home life, your sector of peace is going to disturb your sector of peace. So this is about you maintaining your inner peace impeccably by following Dharma, but following what is right. Even if it's harder, even if it's longer, even if it's more tedious, it's going to be the better route, where you're not going to end up jeopardizing your heart or jeopardizing a deeper part of yourself. In a more practical matter, I wouldn't suggest for Cancer to travel this month. Venus is retrograding in your house of travels, so there could be a lot of delays, issues with your traveling, and it could be very not fun. But if you do have to travel, you just make sure that you are on time and that you give yourself a lot of time. Like, just be prepared for the unexpected when it comes to travels. So that's one thing. Also, some Cancers may be finishing university, study very hard. You're at the end, you're almost there. Stay strong, stay moral, do the right thing. Cancer, with you is do the right thing. So let's see, what is the main lesson that Venus retrograde is giving Cancer this Venus retrograde? What is Venus retrograde trying to teach Cancer? And we have, I can always tell a different financial abundance story. And this goes for, I can always tell a different story. And this is the beliefs. You can either see from the perception of like, I'm a victim, or you can see it from the perception of like, this has empowered me. So it says, what anyone else has or does not have has nothing to do with you. The only thing that affects your experience is the way you utilize the non-physical energy with your thoughts. Your abundance or lack of it in your experience has nothing to do with that, with what anybody else is doing or having. It only has to do with your perspective. It only has to do with your offering of thought. If you want your fortune to shift, you have to begin telling a different story. So it wants you to tell a different story. Rewrite your story. Make it an empowered story. Make it a story of inspiration. This is what Venus wants you to do during this Venus retrograde. So let's look a little bit deeper into your love life here. Love messages for Cancer for this Venus retrograde. Love messages for Cancer for this Venus retrograde. And we have trust, faith, trust. You are the one who's telling the story. So what is going to be your story of love? That's what you get to put on. You can tell a different story. So trust, have faith. It'll be good for you guys to maybe go on a little honeymoon, a little getaway. If you are with a partner, maybe you guys should do a little holiday getaway or a little weekend getaway, or just something where you both can just be alone. This is going to bring back that honeymoon phase, that feelings of connectedness. Those of you who are traveling, you may meet somebody while you're traveling. And last but not least, we have deception. Ooh, okay. So maybe there was deception in the past here, and this is the reason why that story is happening. Maybe why there's lack of trust. So for some of you guys, this was a past story where you felt deceptive or you're afraid of deception. And so it's hard for you to trust. And this is the story you're telling yourself. Others of you is if you tell the story that you really want to tell and be honest. Okay, Cancer, you show up as a righteous person and be honest. Don't be the deceptive person. Don't wear a false mask. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. And if somebody has been deceptive to you, then this is going to be the month where you're going to find out. So that deception is not going to go very long. Now, let's understand a little bit deeper here. What is Venus? What are the messages that Cancer needs to hear right now for Venus retrograde? And it is, I feel like I have to hide parts of myself to be accepted. Is this you, Cancer? You don't have to do this anymore. This doesn't have to be your story. I'm only loved when I hide certain parts of myself. That doesn't have to be your story, Cancer, okay? Or the story that I don't deserve you. This doesn't have to be your story. Of course you're deserving of love, Cancer. Of course. Or if anybody has come and told you that, it's like you are deserving, okay? And I'm obsessed with you. Somebody is in love with you, or you are in love with somebody very deeply, and maybe this is why it's turning on all these fears, and you want to be so perfect so that you can be deserving. But rewrite the story, baby. Rewrite the story. I was loved and accepted just by who I am. When I thought that I was unlovable, here this person loved me. Rewrite the story, okay? That is what we need to do. Now for your money life, what do we have for money? The lessons in money that Venus retrograde is teaching Cancer. The lessons in money that Venus retrograde is teaching Cancer. And we have block out the distractions. Getting too distracted with too many things at once. Block out the distractions. Focus. God is your source. Of course, the 9th house, you see God is your source. Walk with God. The moment you don't, You're not going to have the money and the abundance and the prosperity. You lose your richness. The richness is with the most rich, the most abundant, God. So God is your source, and this is what it's reconnecting you to, and organize for success. So I think distractions, there's a lot of distractions with your work ethic and your money. And also, if you organize, you will be able to really plan out these priorities of what you need to focus on and what you need to block out. But just know that God is by your side. Stay close to God. Don't go into the path of adharma or against dharma, and you will be okay. All right, my beautiful Cancer. Those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you get a personal reading by me, 45% off on my consultations this month. You can use the promo code in the description here below. A 75-minute consultation where we go deep into your natal chart, also your aspects, and you can ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you need. Alrighty, my beautiful Cancer, those were your messages. Hope that helped. Love you guys so, so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Leos. Welcome, Leo, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And oh my goodness gracious, I need to prepare you for this transit because this is going to be a powerful one for you. Leo, get ready. All the secrets and all the things you've been hiding in your subconscious around money and finances are coming to the light. Everything is coming up to the light. Life wants you to literally reinvent and reevaluate your psychology around love and your psychology around money, and to create a healthier relationship with relationships, with intimacy, with sexuality, as well as with money, especially other people's monies. When you utilize credit, when you're utilizing other people's monies, when you are using other people's stuff, this is one of the things that Venus wants you to really, really be very cautious with and understand how to do it. If somebody has been lying to you, it's coming up to the surface this month. If somebody has been doing something behind your back, shady or secrets, they're all going to be exposed. Somebody or yours. So these things are definitely going to be coming up to the light. This Venus is trying to help you to have a massive transformation and for you to take your power back in life. Wherever you have given your power away, giving your power away in love, giving your power away in money, this is what we're taking back, and this is what you're reclaiming. This is the perfect time for you to have therapy, consulting. Even having a consultation with me will definitely bring you a lot of insight and healing. This is a month of deep psychological healing. So I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off consultations this month. You can find it in the description here below and book one today so that we can go deep into this mystery house. Because it's going to be different for everybody, Leo. But this is changing you to the core. And I'm going to be super honest with you. You're going to be feeling triggered. You're going to be feeling sensitive. You're going to be feeling on the edge. You're going to be feeling uncomfortable. But if you just sit through it, by April, you're going to be having such a powerful transformation. You're going to be having your power coming back to you, and the uncomfortability that you went through, it's like you blossom into something new. So this month is a month of massive healing, massive deep psychological healing for you. Wow. Let's go a little bit deeper here. What is the main message that Venus retrograde wants to teach Leo? What is the main message that Venus retrograde wants to teach Leo? Venus retrograde for Leo. And your main message is the subject of money is really two subjects. Interesting. So the subject of money is really two subjects. One, money, plenty of money, and two, absence of money, not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not enough money. So this is also talking about how deeply you feel that the subtext of your life actually comes to the forefront. and that there's not this dichotomy. There's not this your mind going somewhere and your heart going somewhere else, but that there's congruency in them both. Okay? So, and then the difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second one holds it away. So, it is trying to calibrate you in a position of empowerment so that you are no longer contradicting your blessings or blocking your blessings. It is trying to help you to really create this congruency within yourself that you truly feel deserving deep down inside, and that there's not this dupliciousness or contradicting thoughts or things that are not in alignment. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper here. Let's look into your love life first. Venus retrograde for Leo, for this Venus retrograde for Leo. And we have chemistry. Okay, you're feeling chemistry and magnetism with someone. Oh, very nice. Ooh, very nice. So this is a glow up. The more you start getting that congruency and there's not this contradicting energy within you, love is in the air, baby. I mean, you're going to become so attractive. You're going to get that chemistry. Some of you guys may be getting ready to travel, meeting someone while you're traveling, or maybe with your loved one, you decide to travel, and this heals a lot of things. It brings back the honeymoon phase. But this is about you coming into full honesty with yourself, where you are not saying something but then feeling something else, or doing something but then wanting to do something else, like that is fully in congruency with yourself. So let's go a little bit deeper in your love messages. What does Leo need to hear from Venus retrograde? What does Leo need to hear from Venus retrograde? You turn me on. Yes, this is also going to show you what turns you on, because your house of sex is on, baby. Is on. And Venus here is like, what really turns you on? What really turns you on truly? What you like truly, and taking that power back. I don't know how to ask for my needs to be met. So this could be something that you're also healing. How can I ask my partner for the needs, for what I want, for what I desire? How can I ask for it? And last but not least, I don't have the words to express how much I love you. Oh. So there's somebody either has all these feelings for you, or you are yearning to have these feelings if you haven't met somebody yet, or you have these feelings for someone. But Venus is turning this on for you. It's going to turn you on. It's going to show you what really turns you on. It's going to help you to see how you can ask for your needs to be met, and for you to be able to start expressing more love so that the intimacy can really deepen at a more profound level. This is going to be important for you. The 10th Lord also going into the 8th house. There might be changes in career as well. So we're going to check those in a second. And also your 3rd house. So yes, communication, how you express, how you perceive, how you see things. Your perception is going to be the main thing here. But now let's see your career, because I also see that there could be changes in your career and your money life. If there's been contradicting feelings. So let's see, what do we have for Leo for this upcoming Venus retrograde? And we have donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give back, my beautiful Leo. The time has come to maybe give back. That will give you a deeper sense of purpose. Your obstacles are now being lifted. So if you felt like there was obstacles in your career, they're now being lifted. Now things should start moving forward. Archangel Michael is here for you. And God is your source. Connecting to God, connecting to divinity, praying a lot. This is what's going to help you a lot through the changes or the transformations that maybe your career may be going through at this time. But nonetheless, the obstacles are being lifted, and there's going to be so much more open opportunities coming here for you. Alrighty, my beautiful Leo, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message with me, take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time. Book one today in the description here below. Alrighty, my beautiful Leos, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Virgos. Welcome, Virgo, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And for you, this is going to be a very important one, my beautiful Virgo, because you are having massive reevaluations and changes in your sector of commitments. So your marriage, who you're committed to, your business partners, this is going to be relationship time for you. and you're really going to be measuring your relationships. Okay, the pros and cons of this relationship. Is the relationship really worth it? Are we really moving somewhere? Where are we going with this relationship? If you've been dating someone for a while, this Venus retrograde may make you become more committed to each other, ascending to a higher level of commitment. Others of you who might be in a very toxic relationship that has been really bad for you, this Venus retrograde is trying to help you to get out of it at this time. Perfect time to close that chapter and allow yourself to reheal yourself. And others of you who may be in relationships, this Venus retrograde is helping you to recalibrate the way that you approach relationships, where maybe you don't have to save somebody, you don't have to be the one that helps somebody, you don't have to be the one that fixes somebody, but that you approach relationships in a new way with less criticism, understanding and having compassion of the fact that everybody is imperfect and that you're not going to have a perfect relationship, and that that's okay. That doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make the person bad. And to approach relationships in a more open, unconditional way. So Venus here is definitely doing this. If there's been betrayals, Venus is going to be showing this on this month. If there's been lies, Venus is going to show up this on this month. Pretty much this month will give you the answers of your situation with your relationship and where you want to take it. So those of you who are single, this Venus retrograde is also helping you to stop this single period and allow for you to actually start having a relationship in your life and to open your heart for that. And that could be very beneficial. So another thing here is that this is also going to affect your money. Think also about how the relationship, is it depleting your money? This is a karmic relationship. Or maybe you're ready to find a partner that also is very beneficial in your finances, that it helps you financially, that protects you and provides for you, or that brings value into your life in some way, somehow. So your decisions around your partnerships definitely affect your money life and how you approach that. Also, here we have righteousness. So your ninth lord is also going into the seventh house, saying that you want a partner that has the same principles and values as you do. And when you have a partner that has the same principles and values as you do, you don't have to be constantly in this fight. Like, for example, if your value to be a vegetarian, that you don't necessarily are in a partnership with somebody who's non-veg, because then that's going to turn into a very, very difficult life. So to approach your relationship and to follow what is right in a partnership is what's going to bring harmony into your love life. Okay, let's see a little bit deeper here. What is it that Virgo, what Venus retrograde is trying to teach Virgo? What is Venus retrograde trying to teach Virgo? We have shortages of time or money are perpetual. Shortages of time or money are perpetual. If you are feeling a shortage of time or money, your best effort will be to focus upon better feeling thoughts and do more things that make you feel good. Your time is a perpetual thing, and even though the clock is ticking the same for everybody, your alignment affects your perception as well as the results that you allow. So as you observe the enormous differences in the effort that people apply and the results that they achieve, you have to conclude that there is more to the equation of achieving than action alone. So, this is what I was talking about, that is not perfect. If you feel like my partner is perfect, but is just missing this one thing, or it is short on this one thing, or I just want it to be perfect and just missing this one thing. So Venus is trying to liberate you from this little dot in everything that is white that you just keep focusing on. It's trying to liberate you from that and show you that if something's coming up short, if something is not like, it's not that it's bad, and it's not that you have to put more, and it's not that you have to give more. It's just that that's just what is. And the more you just accept it, then the easier it will be. It's not just action, and it's not just fixing, and it's not just solving it. And I know that you naturally work like this, like, okay, solve problem, solve it, that's it. But this Venus retrograde right now is showing you that there's just some things that is not just that you can just practically solve. It's a more internal thing. It's a more internal situation. And it's just a matter of perception. That you don't see it as an issue, that you don't see it that they're not perfect enough, or that their relationship's not perfect enough, or that I can't get with this person because they don't check all the checks in the list, but that you accept the shortages of yourself and others. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper into this. We got to get some messages of love here for you, Virgo. What is the best advice for Virgo for this Venus retrograde? And we have, let your friends help you. You need your friends. Go and talk to your friends, hang out with friends, but hang out with the friends that have the results of what you want, okay? Don't go hang out with your friend that has been divorced 5 times and then get advice from them. No. Go to your friend that has that successful relationship and that they actually are happy, and learn from them. Also, hanging out with friends is going to line up the energies. Calling in your soulmate. So those of you who are single, your prayers, visualizations, and affirmations are attracting your partner to you, which is great. Keep it up. Those of you who are in a relationship, your perception of your partner is what brings out that part of the partner. Something that I really loved, I heard it once from this in a podcast. She was talking about that as a woman, when you approach your husband or your spouse, who are you talking to? Are you talking to the fool, or are you talking to the king? Because if you start talking to the fool, then that's what he's going to become, a fool. But if you talk to the king in him, then he will become that king. So how you perceive, how you affirm, and how you visualize your current partner is everything. And if the only thing you're focusing on is in the shortcomings, then that is definitely affecting you. Try to focus on their benefits. And then eventually the shortcomings will become minimum. And new love. Whoa, my people who are single, Venus is stopping this cycle of singlehood. Venus wants to pair you up, okay? So new love is coming. And those of you who are in a relationship, this could be a time to renew your relationship and heal it again. So what is it that Virgo needs to hear right now from Venus retrograde? What is it that Virgo needs to hear right now from Venus retrograde? I am scared of how much I love you. So this could be something where you're just like, I'm afraid that I'm going to fall in love so much with the wrong person. Don't be afraid of these things. Don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid of how much you're going to love somebody. Okay? Love yourself first. Okay? Love your shortcomings. Learn to see yourself as, I'm happy that I'm not perfect, and that's okay. And then you won't be having this fear of love. Okay? We also have, this relationship is not fulfilling me. So some of you guys are feeling not fulfilled, feeling like there's a lot of things missing in the relationship. There's a lot of things that are not working. Well, this is the time to either talk about it. And if it really is that bad and it's completely unfixable, Venus retrograde is helping you to end this now. But if you become sincere, and you also become sincere with the fact that you can't expect to have somebody who's perfect or a perfect relationship, then maybe you'll start finding more fulfillment. And last but not least, I feel like you don't care. So either you feel this because the person is not working in their imperfections, and the person is not working in their shortcomings, therefore you feel like they don't care. But you gotta wait for people to qualify it at their own time. This is the respect of the sovereignty, that everybody's in a different qualification, in a different level, and being angry at them for not being in a better level, it's not compassion. It's not compassionate enough. So it's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't care. It's just that we are focusing so much on what is missing that we are not even seeing of what this relationship can be. Okay? So now let's look into your career, since your money is also something that is going to be affected here with Venus retrograde. What is the messages for Venus retrograde for Virgo, for their money? Venus retrograde for Virgo. Venus retrograde for Virgo. And we have God is your source. This keeps coming up. I'm shuffling. We gotta be in prayer this month with Venus retrograde. Okay, we gotta be in prayer, and we gotta be in spirituality so that we are protected and under the shelter. So remember, God is your source. God is going to help you. God is going to help you through this. Block out the distractions. You're getting too distracted with too many things at this time, my beautiful Virgo. And attracting, not chasing. Don't chase, don't fix, don't put your 2 cents in it, don't try to solve, don't try to stop this. Stop this. And you will attract everything that you want. Don't chase nobody, don't chase nothing. And you will attract what it is that you want. Embody it. And that is exactly what you will get. Alrighty, my beautiful Virgos, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you would like to have a personal reading by me, if you're going through a hard time in love or in finances, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time. You can book one in the description here below. 75-minute consultation. We go deep into your chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you deserve. Book one in the description here below today. Alrighty, my beautiful Virgos, those were your messages. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Libras. Welcome, Libra, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And for you, this is going to be a very important horoscope because Venus is your ruling planet. So when Venus goes retrograde, you're definitely going to be feeling a little bit out of sorts here. Your first house is going into the 6th house. Venus is retrograding in your 6th house. There needs to be some reevaluation around your daily life, my beautiful Libra. Either you're indulging too much, and this is hurting your health. That's one. Others of you are maybe super focused on your health, super diligent on your health. That's great. But during the moment that Venus goes retrograde, be careful that you do not get injured. Be cautious with not getting injured, and you'll be all good. Now, Venus here is trying to help you reassess the way that you approach life, the way that you go about the battlefield of life. Okay, out there in this world, we gotta fight. We gotta fight for our food. We gotta make it happen. We gotta fight diseases, enemies, death, illnesses. So life is trying to help you to approach your daily life in a new way that is more empowering, that is making you healthier, and that is going to also give you that sense of duty and service. So if you're not currently happy in your job, this could be a time where things change in your job. Okay, some things change in your job, and definitely with the 8th house lord going here into the 6th, transformations can come into your life through your health. Transformations can come into your life. That's why I say be careful with accidents. And also transformations can be coming into your life through your health and your daily life. So there might be some changes in your routines. Also, there might be some changes in your daily life and what you do for service in your work. Maybe some of you guys are unemployed. This is a time for you to get employed. Maybe not during Venus retrograde. You may not find the employment, but during Venus retrograde, you might get your resume up, start applying, start getting your name out there. And then by April, I see you getting maybe a job. So Venus here is trying to reboot your services of the world and what you bring as your service. Also, if you have any illnesses, this is a time where Venus wants you to really reassess. What is this? My females, be very cautious with your sexual organs. This is actually a great time to go to the gynecologist and make sure that everything is good and everything is great. So be very cautious with your reproductive system at this time with Venus is going retrograde. And the number one thing I would just say, be careful with overindulging. This could be a month where you see that your lifestyle is taking a toll on you and it's just not sustainable. Like maybe back in the day, you used to party really hard and you will just get back to work the next day. Not anymore. So these things could be going through a massive change. Also, be careful with your pets, especially if you have a female pet. There could be some issues here. Maybe she's ready to go to the vet as well. So take care of your little girl pet, female pet. That is going to be also beneficial for you. So let's try to understand, and also maybe to clear out some debts as well. So let's see, what does Venus want Libra to learn during this Venus retrograde? What does Venus retrograde want to teach Libra this Venus retrograde? And your message is, money is not the root of all evil or happiness. Okay, so money is not the root of all evil and not happiness. So the important subject of money and financial success is not the root of all evil, as many quoted, nor is it the path to happiness. So when you are able to successfully control something like the subject of money that affects most of all of us in the day, every day, you will be able to accomplish something rather significant. For not only is it certain that your financial success must improve, but it is evident that success will then prepare you to deliberately improve a very aspect of your life experience. So I don't know if some people, it's healing your daily approach to money, your daily approach to success, and your daily approach to happiness. Okay, this is what it is. Maybe some of you guys may be thinking like, oh, if I party a lot, this makes me happy. So that you're recognizing that it's now that it makes you happy or that it doesn't make you happy. Like, it is about service. It is about service. Service is what purifies the false ego. What is your service, Libra? And are you coming from this place of service towards the world? Not because you're trying to make a lot of money to be happy, or this chasing. Like, it is saying that the root should be service, not wanting money or happiness or sentiments or having fun. The root should be service. This is what truly makes the soul happy. So let's go a little bit deeper into these things for your messages in career and money for Venus retrograde, my beautiful Libra, for Venus retrograde. And we have a windfall of abundance. So some of you guys are going to get some abundance coming to you, especially, if you've been wanting to get a job or something, there could be something here that really brings more abundance and prosperity. The only thing I will say is watch out that you don't get into fights with your coworkers. Be very kind to them, listen to them more. You don't have to have the last word. And I definitely see abundance coming to you. In the same time, save your money. Save your money. Don't spend it immediately. This could be a habit that you are now creating on a daily basis. Habit of saving your money. And last but not least, we have unlimited ideas. You have a lot of ideas on how you can create more abundance and prosperity in your life, or even better ideas of how you can live your daily life, where you can maximize your time, maximize your energy, get the best for your buck, take care of all the aspects of your life. So this is those unlimited ideas that put them down, write them down, what inspires you, and make sure that you're checking it off the list, but write it down, because you have a lot of ideas. A lot of ideas are going to come up of how you can transform your daily life. So write them down, and that is going to help you. And also how to make even more money. Now let's see your love life. When it comes to love, what are the love messages for Libra? Release your ex. Let go of the past. Let go of what happened before. Let go of the past lovers and the past pains, of the past fights. You're kind of having this reboot where you can have a restart and you don't have to have those memories again. So release your ex, and yes, there is a higher level of engagement. Like, as you release this pain from the past, you're going to be able to ascend to a higher level of commitment at this time. So those of you who are single, you need to first close the doors of the past so that this really strong engagement can come into your life. Those of you who are currently in a relationship, you gotta release the past and the fights and what happened and what did not happen, and leave that in the past. Let bygones be bygones, so that you can really ascend to a higher level of commitment with each other. You might both need to retreat. You and your partner may need to disconnect from the world to get this, to have this reboot. Maybe go out and disconnect from the world, turn off the cell phones, turn off the medias, turn off the distractions, and this is going to allow for the both of you to reconnect. Or it is a time where maybe you need some space apart to reboot the energy. For those of you who are in a partnership, maybe you need a little bit of space apart. This space makes the heart grow fonder, so don't be afraid of this. And those of you who are not in a relationship, you've been preparing yourself to become a good partner. Okay, life has been trying to prepare you to become this very good partner. You could also be meeting someone when you go to a retreat. So let's see, what is that Venus wants to tell Libra during this Venus retrograde? What is it that Venus wants to tell Libra during this Venus retrograde? And Venus wants to say, I want you to make me feel safe. So This is something that your partner may be looking for from you, or you are looking from your partner. You want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. The security first comes from you within, but you also want your partner to be somebody that makes you feel safe. Okay, we also have, you have impacted my life so deeply. So there was a past relationship that impacted your life so deeply, that we're ready to kind of let go and be happy for the lessons that you have learned, and take them in the future with you. Those of you who are currently in a relationship, this relationship has impacted your life so profoundly, so profoundly. It has shaken the core of who you are, and this is the reason why we are ready to ascend to a higher level of commitment. And last but not least, my pride won't let me apologize. So this is what keeps the fights and these resistance for not letting the love really move forward. Your pride, Libra. Be careful that your pride is not blocking your ability to apologize and reconnect with your partner. Okay, this is very, very, very important. And I feel like it's this double energy what we have here. The big message: money is not the root of evil or happiness. Like it's not like it's their fault and not your, like, it's like these two sides, these two dual things. You have to bring them into harmony, because there's a lot of blame and a lot of contrast, and this is what's getting you out of balance. So in order to feel safe, is first you have to admit this balance that you may feel, and take responsibility for what you're feeling, and then you can come back into the center to be honest with yourself of how much this person has impacted you. Okay, and do not let the pride get in the way, because if the pride gets in the way, then we can stay in this fighting, battling against each other in the relationship, and it's about changing that right now. Alrighty, my beautiful Libra, those were your messages for this upcoming Venus retrograde. I hope that they helped you. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time. You can book one in the description here below, where we do a 75-minute session, go deep into your chart, deep into your transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you need at this time. So definitely book one today and take advantage of that promotion. Alrighty, my beautiful Libras, those were your messages. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Scorpios. Welcome, Scorpio, to your Venus retrograde message and horoscope. And this is going to be happening in your 5th house. So my beautiful Scorpio, I actually feel like this Venus retrograde wants to reignite your passion for life, reignite your romance, reignite your relationship with your children. If you are somebody who has adversity of not wanting to have children, this Venus retrograde may just change your mind. Some of you guys who are maybe wanting to get pregnant at this time, be patient. Venus retrograde this month, during this time can make it a little bit difficult, but don't give up. Keep moving forward with it. If there needs to be healing, taking medicines or vitamins or anything that will make you more fertile, this is a great time to do it. And also, this is a time where maybe if you have left some creative project and you have, abandoned some of your creative outlets and hobbies, then this is being reignited at this time. Venus wants you to get reignited with this energy of your passions, baby. So Venus is definitely going to be helping you to change your relationship with your children into a more harmonious one if things have been going a little bit difficult, especially with a daughter. And Venus is also helping you to birth a project, birth a creative outlet, birth life into you. This is really a passionate time. And especially because your 7th house is ruled by Venus, the 7th Lord is going into the 5th house. So this could definitely reignite your commitments. If you're currently married and you feel like the fire has gone off, this is a great month to reignite that passion between the both of you, to reignite the romance between the relationship, or even to expand the relationship with more children, more creativity, more creations. So your relationships are definitely going to be affected by this. Getting creative will definitely stimulate more of your relationships. And if you feel like, I'm not so romantic, I've been married to this person for 30 years. What am I going to be romantic about? Like, try it. Get creative. Think outside the box, Scorpio. It's you're gonna have fun. Have some fun, okay? Have some fun with this. Don't see it as like, oh, this chore where I have to be romantic, and see it as like something fun for you as well, to lighten up and to get in touch with your inner child, especially if things have become so serious. This is a great time for you to reignite that inner child. Aside from that, we also have the 12th Lord going into the fifth house. Your imagination is going to be so powerful. And if you have some subconscious patterns that have debilitated you, insecurities, or things like this, through creative outlets, through your hobbies, through your children, you're going to be able to heal this. You're going to be able to release it and let it go and kind of renew yourself. So this is looking like a really good time. Now, if there is some romantic partner who is two-timing you, taking you, cheating on you or doing something behind your back, Venus retrograde will showcase it to you, and it's going to expose it to you if there's been any lies going on. Or if you've been doing that, then it's also going to get exposed. So Venus here is definitely going to bring the truth out of your romantic relationships, and it's all going to be good. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper into understanding what is that Venus retrograde wants to teach Scorpio. What does Venus retrograde want to teach Scorpio? What does Venus retrograde want to teach Scorpio? And we have, I will pray success wherever I see it. I will praise success wherever I see it. When you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you are pushing money away from you. But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and that your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good for you, then you will be in alignment not only with the subject of money, but about every important subject of your physical experience. So this is all about bringing your energy back to you, to stop looking at what others are doing, what your son or your daughter or your child or your spouse or your romantic partner is doing, and to focus on you, to focus back on yourself. Because being critical of your children or being critical of others and how they manage their energy, how they treat it has nothing to do with you. So this is allowing for you to take your power back and let other people be and let them be, and you to be completely responsible that you have to make yourself feel good. Okay? So this is that energy of you staying in the success of you, in the praising of you. If you go into your passions, into the things that make your heart sing, that is what gets you into alignment. That is what gets you into a higher vibration, and it's the benefit for everybody else. Nobody needs somebody there under, you're not doing it right, you're not doing it right. We don't need that, Scorpio. And that's not your job. That's not your job to be critical and find faults of others or find faults in things. You're going to start finding the joy and the beauty in all of it. So that is what the success, look at the success. Let's look a little bit deeper into your messages. Let's first start with your love life. What does Venus retrograde want to teach Scorpio during this Venus retrograde? Venus retrograde in Scorpio. New love. New love. So my single people, I see you meeting somebody very special. This is a time of romance. Definitely have some fun. Try not to find so many faults. Try not to find so many critiques. You find your own happiness in your pleasures and the things that make you feel happy. This is going to renew your love. Also, in a committed relationship, you bringing your energy back to yourself instead of criticizing your partner, what they're doing or not doing, that is what's going to renew your love and your romance for each other. Flirt, baby. This is a month of flirting. Extend your lightheartedness. Do those little lashes. Throw some little kisses. Get sweet. This is a month to be sweet and to extend that lightheartedness towards others, and let your friends help you. Also, surround yourself with friends. If you're single, I see you meeting somebody through your friends. If you're currently in a relationship, something that is going to help you to stop looking at the criticisms of the other person is, how about you go and hang out with other people? How about you go and hang out with some friends? So you don't have to keep looking at this person. And that brings back your energy into yourself. Okay? So that is for love. But let's try to see, what does Venus want to tell Scorpio? What does Venus want to tell Scorpio? What does Venus retrograde want to tell Scorpio? I don't deserve you. So these criticisms and these fault findings, what happens is that the person starts feeling like they don't deserve you. And this could also be a projection that you're doing, where maybe if there's a fear in you that you are not deserving of this person. Okay? So these are the things that are being healed at this time, that you feel deserving, and that you allow your partner, even in their humanness of imperfection, that they also deserve you. I've been looking for you all my life. Imagine, like, this person loves you so much, or you love this person so much. You've been looking for them all your life, and now you're finding issues with them, and now you can't stop looking at their, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's more about this feelings like, I've been looking for you all my life. Don't look for the faults. And I don't feel good enough for you. Again, I don't feel good enough for you. I don't deserve you. These feelings is what we need to get rid of, Scorpio. It's ruining your romance. It's such a turnoff. You know, it's like your partner or you are so like, oh my God, you're like everything I ever wanted. And then the person's like, but I don't deserve you. It's a turnoff. So this Venus is trying to make you feel, no, you are worth it of this partner. This person deserves you. You deserve this partner. You are a good enough lover. You are a good enough romantic partner. You are good enough. Okay? And even your children may be feeling like this, where there's been so much criticism that it's like, I don't feel good enough for you. I don't feel like I could ever, deserve your praise. So be careful with this, because it's affecting your romance and it's also affecting your children. Okay, now let's see your work life. What is the messages that Venus wants to give here? Venus retrograde for Scorpio, Venus retrograde for Scorpio, Venus retrograde for Scorpio. And we have face your financial fears. So what is the concept of success for you? And I think this would also be good for you to see it even in your love life. What does success in a love life mean to you? That everybody looks picture perfect and then it's success? Or what does success really mean to you? So face your financial fears in this way. Reinvent your idea of success. Reinvent your idea of the success of your romance and the success of your children and the success of your creative things. Reinvent this so that you're not chasing some made up thing that maybe society or your parents gave you that is not even yours. Okay? We also have, it is safe for you to receive. This fear of receiving, the fear of not feeling good enough, the fear of not feeling like you're worthy. This is what Venus retrograde wants to eradicate. It wants you to see success. It wants you to see success wherever you see it. There's success in your romance. There's success for your children. There's success in your future. You're ready to receive this. And last but not, let go of the guilt. There's some guilt here that it's the thing that is making, I don't know, it's almost like, well, nothing is supposed to come easy. It's supposed to be really, really, really hard. And if it doesn't come like that, then I'm guilty or I'm doing bad. Like, get rid of the guilt. Maybe the guilt is what's making you feel not good enough. Oh, I'm guilty, that therefore I'm not good enough. I did this, and forgive yourself. Use this Venus retrograde to ask for forgiveness from your partner, if this is something that has to do with your partner or your children. And once you have that forgiveness, it's like, and even forgive yourself and let go of that guilt. And that's going to make you feel so much better, my beautiful Scorpio. Alrighty, Scorpio, those were your messages for this upcoming Venus retrograde. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off consultations at this time in the description here below. You will be able to book one today, a 75-minute session where we go deep into your natal chart, all your transits, and you get to ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you need. So book one today in the description here below with the promo code. Alrighty, Scorpio, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Sagittariuses. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your horoscope for this upcoming Venus retrograde. And for you, my beautiful Sagittarius, this Venus retrograde is going to be happening in your fourth house. This is going to be an intimate one for you, my beautiful Sagittarius. This is a time for you to nurture yourself, to come back home, to come back where you belong, to come back where you can rest, to come back where you can bring yourself this nurturing that you need. Okay. There's been maybe a lot of things going on in your home where maybe you've been doing a lot of renovations. You've been doing a lot of changes, feng shui. Some of you guys are buying property, selling property. There's a lot of property things going on. And even with cars, if you've been wanting to get a new car, sell your car, Venus here is really going to try to help you to get these things in order and get them in alignment. Also, if there's been going on this harmony in your home life with your family, with your mother, Venus here is trying to help you to bring that into harmony as well. And also to maybe measure the pros and cons of a situation in a family or with a property. What are the cons and the pros and cons of having this property or not having this property? Is it, is it an investment? Is it profitable? Like it's going to be a lot of these questions if it's dealing with real estate and home matters. But there's also a deeper part. And the deeper part is that you're going to be really evaluating a lot of your childhood. And Venus here wants you to let go of the past. And you've been going through this process of coming back to, going through a lot of your past and reevaluating what has happened, what has not happened. And now Venus wants you to just let it go. Close the door on the past. Let the past be the past, especially past lovers, especially exes, because maybe even Venus retrograde brings exes back at this time where they hit you up, and it's going to resurrect all these feelings once again from the past. And it's like for you to deal with these things and finally bring some conclusion to them. What is it? Are you going to move forward and actually make a relationship here? Or are you just going to finally close that off and stop giving it any of your energy so that you can make way for something better to come into your life? So this is rebooting all of that, and also rebooting and restarting your heart for love. If there's been any pains from the past, if there's been any pains from childhood, if there's any childhood wounds that affect your love life, like codependency issues, abandonment issues, anything like this that makes you behave in a fearful way in your relationships and then sabotages it, this is all being healed at this time for you. Venus wants you to come back home, come back to yourself, nurture yourself, heal the past, and let go of the past. Here we also have the sixth house going into the fourth house. So it wants you to start doing this by changing your daily routine in your home and how you go about your day. This is going to make it easier for you to start moving forward and let go of the past. Like if, for example, you still have things from your ex in your house or in your place, or you pass by their house, or it reminds you because it's part of your routine, like this is the time to let it go so that you can fully close that chapter, fully close that energy. Okay. So something about your daily life is also going to be transformed as you do this inner child work, this inner healing work. Okay. So daily life will help you with this transformation, as well as your friends. Your friends will definitely also help you at this time to help you to heal from the past, to heal from anything that hasn't been working. If there's been people in your house, oh, one last thing, Saji, I wouldn't suggest for you to throw any crazy house parties this month. Be cautious with that. It could get a little crazy. It might end up breaking things in your house. Do the party on April. Do the party in April. That's going to be better for you, but not in March. April will be a better time. And if you do have to do the party, you just be ready, because there might be somebody might get too drunk. Somebody may get out of hand. So just saying, I think it'd be better that you just throw your this dinner party or this house get together for the energies of April. That's going to be a lot better for you. This is a great time for you to be with family, be with your loved ones, and to bring your energies back into yourself, and to use it for your well-wishers and your loved ones, especially your mother, if your mother needs your help at this time and your family needs your help at this time. So let's see. What is that Venus wants to teach Sagittarius? What does Venus want Sagittarius to learn during this Venus retrograde? What does Venus retrograde want to teach Sagittarius? And we have, I can tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So you can tell stories of your past, of all that didn't work, of all that didn't fix, of how much pain, of how much they cheated, how much they did this to you, and then experience abundance in the present moment and experience something else in the present moment. So this is why the story has to change, especially your stories of the past in childhood and youth, okay? So continuing to tell stories of shortage only continues to contradict your desires for abundance, and you cannot have it both ways. So you cannot focus upon unwanted and receive wanted. You cannot focus upon stories about money that make you feel uncomfortable and allow it into your experience what makes you feel comfortable. So it's changing the story. You're going to talk about your past. You're going to talk about your youth. You're going to talk about when you were a child. You're going to talk about that ex. You're going to talk about that cheat, that thing. You have to talk about what you gain from it instead of what all the losses and all this woundness. If we keep identifying ourselves with the wound, then the wound will never heal. Why? Because it's our identity. If it heals, who the hell are we? You will cease to exist. So the time has come to change the story of the past, my beautiful Saggy, and for it to be an empowered story. Let's go a little bit deeper here. What are some other messages for Sagittarius for this upcoming Venus retrograde, for Sagittarius, for this Venus retrograde for Sagittarius? And we have let go of control issues. This is because of the past. This is because you think it's going to repeat again, because you're projecting the past into the present. And this is why we start getting into this control things, because we don't want to feel that pain again, but you need to allow things to unfold naturally, especially when it comes to love. Surrender to passion. Surrender to passion. Allow your heart to sing with joy and happiness. This is also what it wants you to do here. This is trying to reignite your true happiness of your heart, Sagittarius. So if you've been feeling with apathy, with like, oh, I'm uninspired, oh, it's not like, it wants to reignite your heart and your passions and allow for your heart to sing with joy and happiness, okay? It's worth waiting for, Saggy. They're coming. They're coming. Just make space for them. You don't want them to come and you're like, oh yeah, but my story of the past and this and that, and are you going to do the same thing? No. It's worth waiting for. Your person is coming very, very, very soon. But this past needs to be closed fully. Let's see. What does Venus want to tell Sagittarius? Oh, okay. I feel like you don't care. Let's see what Venus wants to tell Sagittarius for this Venus retrograde. What does Venus want to tell Sagittarius for the Venus retrograde? Yeah, you miss somebody or somebody misses you. You miss the past, you miss somebody, you miss having somebody, you miss that person, or that person misses you. There's a lot of missing. And if you need to cry it out this whole month and let it end there. Okay? And you see, like, the reason why it hurts so much and the reason why there's these control issues is because sometimes you feel like they don't care. Like, I don't feel like you don't care. I don't feel like you don't care. And this is, again, a story of shortage. Don't keep repeating, oh, I don't feel like you don't care. Try to look for the things where you do see that they do care. And if it really is that they don't care, then that's your answer. You may be missing them, but they might not really be in. So just close the door of that past, because you are going to start getting ready to create a life with somebody. So get rid of whoever doesn't have that. Stop dwelling and thinking about what could have been, should have been, why didn't it happen? I miss them so much and they don't care. They're just doing whatever. Close the door. Close the door. and get yourself ready to create life with somebody else. If you're currently single, thinking still about the past. If you're in a relationship right now, we got to let go of the past. We got to let go of this idea, oh, but you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. This is breaking it. Leave the past in the past, clean it, and allow yourself to begin a new life where you can really create a life with this person fully. So those are some of the messages in love. Now let's hear your money messages and your career messages for this month. Sagittarius, Venus retrograde, Sagittarius, Venus retrograde. And we have detox your friendships. Yes, there could be some friends. Your friends are going to be helping you. Your friends are going to be there, but you're also going to see who's really your well-wisher, who's really your friend, who's really there for you, and not like a friend enemy. Okay, so also detox your friendships. Make sure that you don't have any psychic vampires around you that are depleting your energy. Clearing out the debts as well. Clearing out the emotional debts from the past where you don't owe anything, and you can bring it back to a clean slate, zeros. You're not no longer in the pain of the past. You've forgiven it, you've forgotten it, and you're moving on. So clearing out those debts, clearing out those energies. And last but not least, windfall of abundance. Money's coming in. You're always an abundant one, Sagittarius. So abundance and prosperity is coming to you very, very soon. So start telling that story of abundance and you will experience that abundance for sure. So those were your messages, my beautiful Sagittarius. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promotional code right now, 45% off on my consultations. You get a 75-minute consultation where we go deep into your natal chart, we go into your transits, and you get to ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you need. So book one in the description here below today with the promo code. Alrighty, my beautiful Sagittarius, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Capricorns. Welcome, Capricorn, to your horoscope for this Venus retrograde. And for you, this Venus retrograde is going to be happening in your third house of communication. Now, with this is about you not losing effort, okay? Right now, you could be getting a little lazy, but you're at the edge of finishing something, getting something done. So use the energies of Venus to really finish it and close it and get it ready, okay? This is a beneficial time. Okay, if you're trying to get the word out there, networking, marketing, social media, be very precise of how you're speaking. Be very cautious of how you're speaking. This is definitely a Venus retrograde where I suggest, stay more quiet. Then don't react. If you start reacting and speaking in reactivity, this is going to be really bad. Also, use nice words. If you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Because even if you end up making a comment, it's going to sound real nasty. Even if it doesn't mean that much, but because Venus is retrograding in your third house of communication and it's not being sweet and graceful, you may end up coming off really rude, really distasteful. So be very cautious with that, my beautiful Capricorn, okay? Listen more. And if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Stay away from gossip. Stay away from criticism. Stay away from wanting to put your 2 cents on something in a person. Don't do it. To be honest, my Gurudev, he told me that when you criticize someone, though what you're criticizing in that person comes inside of you. So if you're criticizing somebody for being lazy, you become more lazy. So you're doing them a favor when you criticize them. You're almost like taking away those bad qualities and adopting them. So don't criticize. It's not worth it. Don't criticize. Don't fault find. Don't mention something that is going to be nasty. Be very cautious with this. Listen more than speak at this time. Now, for the good part is that there's definitely a great time for you to recalibrate your mindset around something. So if you've been struggling a lot, let's say with fear of failure, fear of success, or anything like this, like Venus here is really going to help you to rewire your mindset for success and for you to truly start believing in yourself once again. And this is powerful. Your 10th house Lord is also going into the third house. Your mindset and how you change it is going to make you more successful. Also, if there is something you're communicating right now with social media, marketing, or getting the word out there about some sort of message, that is going to boost your career immensely as well. Your career here is getting a benefit from your efforts. So that's why I say don't get lazy, don't sleep in the laurels. You may start slowing down in your efforts. Don't do it. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Now, if you do want to launch that startup, that book, that thing, I would say launch it after Venus moves direct. That's going to be a better time for you as well. Sibling wise, if you've been fighting with your siblings, not having a really good time with your siblings, Venus here is trying to help you reestablish a better relationship with your siblings, where there was misunderstandings, things can be cleared out. So be open to talking with your siblings. Be open to having a good conversation with your siblings. Don't talk defensive. Don't be nasty. Don't make that nasty comment. And you might just be able to recalibrate your relationship with your siblings. If you become reactive, you might just make it worse. So be cautious with this and your siblings as well. And last but not least, some of you guys may also be readopting or bringing back some sort of skill or talent that you had forgotten about. Like if, for example, you always love dancing, you may be coming back into dancing, or you always love singing, you may be coming back into singing, or you've always loved writing, journaling, and things like this, you may be coming back into journaling. So there's some skills that are going to be revived here as well. So let's see, what is the main lesson that Venus wants to teach Capricorn for this Venus retrograde? What does Venus retrograde want to teach Capricorn? Venus retrograde want to teach Capricorn. Rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. What did I just say? Be very cautious of how you're speaking. Affirmations for you are going to be everything this month. I highly suggest that you do affirmations for success, for career advancements, for bettering your mindset, for having better, happier thoughts about yourself. Even if you complain about yourself, like changing those complaints within you. Because not only do we have the 10th house going into the 3rd house, your 10th Lord going into the 3rd house here, affecting your career, but we also have your 5th house going into the 3rd house. So creativity, childlike energy, playfulness, your intelligence, like all of these things, combining all of these things is what's going to elevate you so much at this time. So the only thing that can mess it up is complaining, criticizing, and gossiping. This is going to take away that opportunity and is going to take away the fun and the joy. So for you, rather than complaining, I will focus on the positive aspects. When you focus upon lack in an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to thoughts of complaint. So, no complaining. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. Mindset shift coming up, hardcore. And if you mindset shift this to more joy, happiness, and to believing in your career and getting excited for it, like that's exactly what you're going to get. So let's look a little bit deeper here into your career. What messages do we have in money and career for my beautiful Capricorns? Money and career for my beautiful Capricorns. And we have bountiful nature. Get closer to nature. That's going to relax you. Nature doesn't piss you off, okay? Nature's not like nature will relax you, and nature will show you beauty and show you things that are perfect. There's not so much to complain there, okay? So connecting with nature will definitely line up the tension in you, and it's also going to bring more abundance in your life. Declutter your space, clean out your space. Spring cleaning is going to be very strong for you for this Venus retrograde. And I would even say it, clean out your computer and like the mental space, clean out the mental space, clean out the computer, clean out papers and data that you no longer need. And maybe you have hard drives that you don't need to keep those memories. Like it's a time to declutter and declutter all these things from your mental space. What is taking your mental space? Also, physically, declutter your space. That's going to keep you more refreshed. That's going to keep you more lighter and not so crowded, because right now you can get very overwhelmed and fragmented. Yes, you see, you need quiet retreat. I really feel like you're going to be very busy this month, but the key here is that you find those moments of relaxation, those moments of retreat, those moments of rest, and that's what's going to give you more energy to keep going, to keep going, to keep going. So be close to nature, have your moments of quiet, have your moments of peace, because I am seeing you being very, very busy. So look for those moments of quiet and declutter your space. That is going to be very beneficial for your money and your career. Now let's see for your love life. What is Venus teaching Capricorn in love? What do we have for Capricorn for this Venus retrograde? Marriage. Those of you who are currently in a relationship, in a marriage, stop finding complaints with your partner. This is ruining the situation, okay? Start looking for good things in your partner. And if you tell me, Dini, that's so hard, I challenge you. I challenge you to look for good qualities in your partner, for good qualities in people, for good qualities in your brother and sister. Look for them. True love. That's how you're going to be in this true love. That's how you're going to really be in this romance of a lifetime. My single people are going to be soon in a romance of a lifetime. It's just you need to change some mindset around how you approach love and how you approach your partner. And last but not least, children. Some of you guys may even be rethinking, like, you know what? I actually want children in my life. I want to have a family. I want to have children. Others of you, childish behavior is affecting your love life. If you don't have children, time to mature a little bit more. And for my people who have children, then this is definitely a factor to your love life. Okay? Let's try to get some more messages here to try to understand. What does Venus really want to tell Capricorn? This Venus retrograde for Capricorn, Venus retrograde for Capricorn. And we have, I was not faithful to you once. So some of you guys feel, either you feel like you haven't been faithful or your partner hasn't been faithful. Some of you guys are feeling very skeptical about your partner. Very, very skeptical. And I'm going to tell you something, Capricorn. If you have been cheated on and if somebody's been doing something behind your back, you're going to find out this month. Okay? So you're not going to be in the dark from that too long. But I also feel like you're looking for fault finding. You're looking for fault finding. And this may become a self-done prophecy here for you. My pride won't let me apologize. And I am ready to create a life with you. Wow. So these are the things that we need to shift, okay? I really feel like what is affecting your love life is that you are expecting the worst from your partner, or you are expecting that whoever you decide to be with is going to end up being the worst. Like you're seeing the worst in them and you're finding the worst in them, and that's the only thing you can see in them. And you're feeling trapped in these fears. So this, if there was cheating in the past, then this Venus retrograde can finally bring either the full healing of that or just the closure of that. But if there hasn't been no cheating and you're just freaking out and it's your insecurities, then this is what is also going to come to the surface and be healed already. And it is important that you do not let your pride not let you apologize. The one who has the most humility is the one who wins in the relationship. If you allow pride to get into the relationship, that is going to ruin it completely. So be cautious with pride. Allow yourself to apologize. Allow yourself to forgive. Now, if somebody cheated on you, you can forgive them, but that doesn't mean that you have to be back with them. Because you are ready to create a life with someone. Either this person that you're currently in, and maybe you've been thinking like, I can't create a life with this person. Look at all the issues that they have. Look at all the things that I have to hold myself back. And this has kept you in a limbo. Others of you who are single, it's like life is getting you ready to finally let go of the past, let go of the pains, let go of the pride, so that you can start actually building a life with somebody. But this is all mindset and how you perceive relationships and how you perceive your partner and how you perceive yourself. This is all these things, my beautiful Capricorn. So Very, very interesting stuff, Capricorn. I hope that these messages have helped you. If you remember that these are general messages, if you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you get a personal reading by me, 45% off on my consultations right now. You can book one in the description here below, when we can go deep into your love life, into your career, and so much more. You can ask me as many questions as you want in this 75-minute session, where we go deep into your natal chart as well as your transit. So book one today in the description here below. Alrighty, my beautiful Capricorns, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Aquariuses. Welcome, Aquarius, to this horoscope for the energies of Venus retrograde. And for you, it's going to be happening in the second house of money. Ooh, Aquarius, you are going to have a restart in your money hardcore. I mean, Venus is coming here to really set you up for some success. If you've been feeling like you always hit the same ceiling top with money, that you can't break through that amount of money, that you feel stuck in the ways that you're making money, or maybe some of you guys wish to make money in other ways, or wants to have another job, or wants to bring more abundance into your life, this Venus retrograde is helping you with this. However, this is a time where you really need to look at your finances in the eye, and you need to become very, very calculative. Like, look at how much money is coming in, how much money is coming out, measure the pros and cons of everything that you're spending, and how it is that you're spending your money. This is a time where Venus wants you to reestablish a new relationship with finances. Reestablish a new relationship with how you approach money and your relationship with money. And this, of course, also deals with your self-esteem and your confidence in yourself. So if there's anything that is making you feel not confident, this is why the money's not coming in. So this Venus is trying to help you get rid of these insecurities so that more money can come into your life at this time. This is an important thing. Your fourth house lord is also going into the second house. Some of you guys may want to spend money on a house or on things in the house. I would say wait at least until Venus moves forward so that you can make these things. There might be some unexpected expenses for the family that you need to do, that you need to pay, that they need to come up, or some unexpected thing in the house that needs to be fixed. That's fine. But if you want to go spend money on your house, I would say do it for April. Use this month to see different quotas, see different things, especially if you want to do renovations or changing things around the house, or stuff like this. Maybe some family members also may need money at this time. They may be asking you for money, or some family member may be in need at this time. So family and money is very much attached at this time to help you reevaluate how you're handling your finances around the family. Now, another thing that is happening here is that your ninth lord is also going into the second house of money. So maybe some of you guys are wanting to take your family on a trip, or family on some vacation, and this is expending a lot of money. I would say just at least wait until April to do things like this. Maybe there could also be expenses around education for the children, education for the family, higher education, university, things like that. That could also be something that you're dealing with right now, trying to balance out your finances, balance out finances around travels, higher education, or maybe even some of you guys are deciding to go back to school and learn more so that you can make more money in your life. So this is going to be a pretty interesting situation for you, Aquarius, but the main gist is that this is a time for you to really take charge and transform your finances. And I would really suggest for you not to spend money on this month, like really count everything that's coming in, count everything that is going out, and really start making your purchases for what you want, or the big purchases that you want to get, in April. That's going to be a better time for you. So let's try to see and understand what it is that Venus is trying to teach Aquarius at this time. What is Venus trying to teach Aquarius during this Venus retrograde, for Aquarius Venus retrograde? And we have, I do not need to have money to attract money. I do not need money to attract money. So you do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of what the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift and you will get different results. So there might be this misconceptions that, oh, if I want to make money, I need money, or only people that come from wealthy families can they make money, or people they have money so that's why they can do it. Like, no, no. Even those people who have money, they had to go through a process of mercy. Okay, somebody had to believe in them, somebody had to give them, somebody had to give them an opportunity to work, an opportunity, like, there's mercy involved here as well. So you're getting stuck in your money ideas because you feel like you need money to make more money, but in reality, or and then maybe you may look at yourself in the present, you're like, well, I don't have any money, so I will never make money. And it's like, no, you have your richness, your gold inside. It's not this, the material comes out after you have discovered your own gold. And what is your own gold? The amazing skills that make you who you are, that nobody else can do it like you do. So it's not that you have to try to, like, if a singer finds that they have an amazing voice and that's their gold and that money comes to them, you trying to be a singer and that's not your gold, it's just going to make you more poor. So the idea is that you find yourself in your richness. What is the richness that you have right now? Focus on that. And that is when you're going to start attracting more abundance and prosperity and money. And if you tell me, well, I'm poor, I have nothing, you have a soul and there's worth in there. So I want you to dig deeper. What do you have to offer? I know, even if it's as simple as love or care or empathy, anything that you have of service to give of yourself, that is your gold. So releasing these misconceptions around money. Let's see a little bit deeper here. What are some other messages for my beautiful Aquariuses when it comes to Venus retrograde for Aquarius? And we have declutter, clean out your space. Spring cleaning is here. A lot of signs have gotten this. The time has come to release the past, get rid of things that you no longer need so you can make space for new things to come into your life. Connect to nature. Ground yourself in nature. Some of you guys are just too much in electronics, so it would be good for you to go outside in nature, be in nature. Yeah, quiet retreat. You need nature, you need quiet, you need isolation, you need prayer. All of these things are going to help you see the richness within yourself. Because right now you're looking outside and comparing yourself, and that's not helping. You got to go in. And in that quiet retreat with nature, you declutter your space, you get rid of the things that no longer need. That's where you're going to be finding that richness within you. Okay? Now let's see your love life. There is a little bit of love here of being affected with Venus retrograde. So let's see, what are the messages for Venus retrograde for Aquarius, for Venus retrograde. And we have marriage, wedding. Okay, serious commitments are coming up for this Venus retrograde. Serious commitments. If you're currently in a serious committed relationship, the money might be a situation that is affecting your love life at this time. Let's see. Let's see a little bit here. What are some other messages for my Aquariuses for this Venus retrograde? Aquarius for this Venus retrograde. A little honeymoon, a little traveling. Traveling can be something good for you. Like I said, maybe some of you guys are thinking of traveling. There might be some expenses there, but it would be something good for your love life. You might be able to recapture a honeymoon phase with them, and flirting, extending your lightheartedness and sweetness towards your partner during this time. It's going to be very, very important. Let's see some other things that Venus would like to tell Aquarius during this Venus retrograde. Oh, I love you. Somebody really loves you a lot. If you're currently in a relationship, this person really loves you a lot. They want to tell you that they love you. And some of you guys feeling like, I'm not ready for a commitment yet. So it's this back and forth. I love you, but I don't know if I'm ready for a commitment yet. I don't know if I can really do it. Like, should I do it? And this is what this Venus retrograde is going to give you the clarity on, because Venus retrograde is trying to get you to ascend, not to stay in the same flat line. It's like, okay, where are we going? Either this is not going anywhere, or we're going somewhere with it. And I'm scared that you will abandon me. So there's these fears of starting to be fully committed, and then it's like, well, if I go deep into the relationship, then will I get abandoned? So you kind of put yourself in this limbo state where it's like, we're like friends with benefits. It's like we're kind of together intimately, but we're still independently enough so that we don't count on each other so much, so that we don't hurt each other's feelings and things like this. I feel like you're ready to get rid of these attitudes. If you're single, you are ready to really start committing. You're really ready to start really truly falling in love and getting rid of these abandonment issues, and to stop feeling lacking this, and to truly move into a higher commitment for yourself. And those of you who are in a relationship, these feelings, there's still this back and forth feeling of like, yeah, we're together, but not that together. Yeah, we're together, but we don't talk about the future. This person loves you, and you love them. So use this Venus retrograde to get rid of any insecurity that is not allowing for you to fully commit, and any insecurity of feeling abandoned. Okay? Because the time has come to let the love in, my beautiful Aquarius. Alrighty, Aquarius, those were your messages for this upcoming Venus retrograde. I hope that they help. Remember, these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my 45% off on my consultations right now. You can book one in the description here below with the promo code, a 75-minute session where we go deep into your natal chart, and we go deep into your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you like until you get the clarity that you deserve. So book one in the description here below today. Alrighty, my beautiful Aquarius, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to your horoscope for this upcoming Venus retrograde. And oh my goodness gracious, Venus is retrograding in your sign. This is an important time, my beautiful Pisces, where you're going to really go through a massive glow up. This is what this Venus wants to do. You are the one who's going through shedding the old skin from the past like a snake, and coming renewed and more gorgeous and shiny and more beautiful than ever before. You know how snakes, right before they shed their skin, they look really dull and they look really brown and dull. It's like you've been going through this, Pisces, okay? Life has been doing a massive work on you. Like, I'm sending you such a big hug, my beautiful Pisces. Life has been doing such a massive work. It's been a purge, while at the same time reigniting a new you. Like, you've been going through it, and life has just been, I don't want to say beating you up, but it's just been really polishing you. And this polishing always feels intense. It always feels like, ooh, strong in life. But it's making you glow. This is at the end, is making you glow. So this is the month with this Venus retrograde that you're finally going to take the skin off. And you know, when you take that skin off, the snake looks extremely shiny and vibrant and iridescent. Like, that is how you're going to come. So this is a metaphor for you to really reinvent yourself. This is what this whole March is for you. You're never going to be the same after this. And if you are still the same after this, you missed it. You missed an incredible chance to ascend to a higher vibration of yourself, to ascend to a higher version of yourself. So this Venus retrograde is really trying to make you ascend to a higher version of yourself. You can stay in your comfort zone and miss the chance, or you can really go through the uncomfortability of polishing yourself and allowing yourself to completely transform. And this might be a transformation of identity, a transformation of your looks, a transformation of your image, a transformation of your brand, a transformation of your presentation, of how you present yourself to the world. But all of this is trying to help you to become more defined in how you want to showcase yourself. Now, if you are thinking of doing some aesthetic procedures, plastic surgery, or even anything in your face, I would say wait until Venus moves forward. Use this month to do research on how you like to have your makeover. Research on if you want to do something aesthetic like that, wait until Venus and Mercury move forward and then make the appointment for then. But during this time, you can reevaluate, okay, this is a good doctor, this is not a good doctor, this is a good price, this is a good price, and really find out what's best for you. Also, with the hair, if you decide to maybe change your hair, if you decide to maybe change your wardrobes or your look or your style, use this time for research and then make the changes for April. Now, with your body, be very cautious as well. This is a time that you might be a little bit more accident prone, especially in your feet and your ankles. So be very cautious with these things. Okay, my beautiful Pisces. And last but not least, it's also trying to reignite your self-love. So that's why it's this reinvention of yourself, but also your heart towards others and how you express yourself towards others and how you open your heart towards others, how you let others in, how you express your love. So these are also things that are going to be going through a transformation at this time. So you, oh, excuse me, you may be going through a very powerful ascension to a more beautiful version of yourself. Okay. But start this transformation from the within out. Start with the within feelings, how you want people to feel when you are in their presence. What is it that you want to give them off? What is it that you want them to take with you? What is that vibe that you want to embody? This is what this Venus is trying to ignite you. And if there's been lack of self-love, or maybe you've been thinking that you're nothing, or you deplete yourself, or you neglect your body, or you neglect your image, or you neglect yourself, Venus here is going to change that for you. And it's going to be like, no, enough is enough. The time has come to put a lot of love in yourself, to put a lot of beauty in yourself, and to beautify everything that you are so that you can really shine in who you really are. Very powerful time for you, my beautiful Venus. Lovers from the past may definitely come back. This is the time for you to really put your heart in order. People are going to be interested in you. But again, if you don't know what you want, then this is going to be confusing. So that's why it starts with you. Your energies with you. Your reinvention of yourself. What is the message that Venus wants to teach Pisces during this Venus retrograde? Venus retrograde for Pisces, for Pisces. I love this. Life is always working out for me. This is what Venus wants to show you, that life is always working out for you. At every moment, at every situation, life is working out always for you. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me, and as I watch for the evidence of that, I am now evidence of that every day. Wow. So look for these blessings. I like understanding that things are always evolving, and while there are many things that could be better where I am, it is not really a problem, because where I am is constantly changing to something better. I like knowing that as I look for the things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my experience. So everything that you see in your life is beauty. This is what life wants to give you. That it's fun to look for the blessings that life is always working out for you. That life is always working out for you in every single way. And anything that you encounter, that you say, life is on my side. Anything that's going to come out from this situation is going to be in my benefit. and that you start seeing everything from the scope of everything is a blessing. Everything is for you, not against you. Everything is for you. So let's go a little bit deeper here into your money and career. What does Venus retrograde want to teach Pisces in their money and career for this Venus retrograde for Pisces? Take a divinely guided chance. You got to take a chance on yourself. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to do things differently. You start doing things differently, you're going to get different results, and you're going to get a better situation here. So take a chance. Take a chance on yourself. Believe in yourself. Take a chance on you. Do the work. So yes, gotta work, gotta work, gotta work. Put the energy, put the vibe, put the work, and stay positive and faithful and optimistic. This is what you need. This is the recipe that you need for your daily life, for working, okay? For finances and working. You're going to have to do the work. The money's not going to come up from meditation and just like, oof, I manifested this. No, no, no. It comes from the work that you put. Take divinely guided chances. Go for it. Get out of your comfort zone and stay positive and optimistic. And as you do this, you're going to gain a lot of results. That staying optimistic is life is always working out for me in all its ways. That's that optimism. That's that powerful optimism that Venus wants to give you. Now let's see in love life. What are the messages in love for Pisces for this Venus retrograde for Pisces? What is the messages in love for Pisces for this Venus retrograde? We have playfulness, okay? Recapture your playfulness. Don't get so jaded, especially if you feel like, oh, life has never worked out for me. Everything has been against me. This is jadedness. And so when we start looking at like, no, life is working out for me in all its ways, then get playful. Be playful. This is how you will recapture romance in your life. Get playful, get joyful, allow yourself to be more playful, and that will attract more love in your life. And we also have stay positive about your love life. This is going to be a month where you really have to stay positive. Okay, Pisces? You're going to have to stay very positive, very optimistic, and see that life is always working out for you. It's for you. Our egos are the ones that get upset. Our egos are the ones that get offended. Our egos are the ones that have problems with what's good or bad. But our soul doesn't matter. So as long as you stay optimistic and faithful, you're going to see that this is all a blessing for you. And last but not least, we have a past life karmic relationship. So if you're dealing with somebody right now, with a partner, you are in a very karmic relationship at this time. And if you are not, then you've had some pretty karmic relationships in your past that were really intense. And these karmic relationships could be the thing that is not making you feel so optimistic about it. You're just like, girl, it was karmic. It was tough. Totally get it. So let's see. What are some other messages that Venus wants you to know about these karmic relationships? Venus retrograde for Pisces. And we have, your words don't match your actions. That could be a message for you, Pisces. In love, are your words matching your actions? You say you love somebody, but are you demonstrating that? You say you like somebody, but are you kissing them, loving them, hugging them? Or you say you're going to do something, like you say you told your partner you're going to do something, and then you don't do it. This erodes the trust in the relationship. So somebody's words are not matching their actions, and it better not be you, Pisces. And if it's you, then this Venus retrograde is helping you to reestablish that. No, from now on, what you see is what you get. What I say is what I am, and what I say is what I do. And that you get into this alignment of your highest version of yourself. This is what this Venus wants to do, a highest version of yourself, where you don't have to pretend to be something that you're not, but then your actions show up something else. This is a higher version of yourself. We also have, I feel like you abuse me. So you felt abused. You felt abused by these karmic relationships. And that's why there's pain. That's why there's hesitancy. That's why Venus has to come here and go retrograde to heal your heart. Okay? This abuse is not going to happen again. And if you're currently in this abusive relationship, then this is a Venus where it's like the time has come for you to end this. Okay, so it's going to be a different message for everybody. And last but not least, you turn me on. So you definitely are very good in the part of sexuality because you are this Pisces. You definitely turn into the fantasy of your partner. But do you have your fantasy? Like you can turn into the fantasy and you know what your partner wants and you give it to them. But do they know what you want? Do they know what is your fantasy? So it's not just a matter of you turning people on and that should just create a relationship and it's done. No. Because if you're just turning them on and, for example, you're not getting your needs, you may just feel like they're just abusing you. So are you allowing yourself to feel abused, or are you asking also for what turns you on? That you're not a murder in a relationship. Okay? And watch out for these words don't match your actions. And also with a partner, if that's happening too, it's giving you right there and then that this is not, it's not a trustworthy person. And you don't want to be the one that ends up not being trustworthy. Okay? So those are the messages, my beautiful Pisces. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember, these are general messages. If you would like to have a more specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest you take advantage of my promo today. 45% off this month on my consultation, 75-minute consultation where we go deep into your chart, your transits, and you get to ask me as many questions as you like, and I will answer everything for you until you get the full clarity that you need. Alrighty, my beautiful Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And that is going to be all for today, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this video gets you prepared for this very testing time with Venus retrograde. I'm wishing you so much good luck. And remember, I am here to serve you at any time or any day. Okay? You're not alone. If you need guidance, make sure to book a consultation with me today. Thank you guys for your likes, for your comments, and for sharing this video with your loved ones. I truly, truly appreciate it. Sending everybody so much love and light, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Hari Bol and Hari Krishna.